there guys, how are you? Welcome back to another awesome video, and today's movie review is going to be of Four Christmases. So Four Christmases stars Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon as they play a couple, and they're looking to go on vacation and get away from all the family stress and all the family hijinks and everything. And unfortunately their plans get canceled, and now they have to do Four Christmases in one day. So this movie is directed by Seth Gordon. I'm not too familiar with the guy. I maybe have seen a movie of his or two. I can't recall any of his filmography, but I figured to at least credit the guy because directors, writers, those guys at least deserve to be credited for their films. And what's interesting about this film is I haven't seen this in quite a little while, but I think like the first viewing or second time I saw this movie, I was like, this is not bad. It's like a good movie. But I think it hasn't been too long, but it hasn't been too short since I've seen the movie. But after I've seen it a little while, it's not as great as I remember it. But we'll get into all that in a moment later in a second. But let's at least talk about the good aspect of it, which is Reese Witherspoon and Vince Vaughn. I really buy into them as a couple. They're both charismatic, of course. They're both funny. They have some funny moments, Like at one point, Vince Vaughn is dressed as Joseph, and Reese Witherspoon is jumping in the bouncy house, kicking all these kids' butts. And actually, genuinely, the first 4 minutes of this movie are probably somewhat funny, because it's almost like as if the movie tries to portray like, hey, this is not going to be your typical stereotypical holiday classic or holiday like warm feely Christmas movie rom-com. It plays off Vince Vaughn wearing dorky glasses. He's a nerdy boy trying to hit on this hot chick at the bar, and then it just kind of flips on its head to where Vince Vaughn gets a little more firm and dominant in certain aspects, and then they kind of just leave the bar acting like a regular couple. Just they've been together for months now, because they play it off like this is their first date. So this is like either a role play reoccurring act that they always do, or this is basically them establishing that this is how they met, or this is just something that they wanted to say, hey, this is gonna look like your titular kind of like rom-com, but no, it's gonna be something totally different. And I think that was actually genuinely good. And now something I really have to point out is that I've said that this has some funny moments. Some. And the reason why I say some is because for a holiday rom-com, this really wasn't all that funny and everything. And I think that has to do with the problem of all these families. Like you have Brad, Vince Vaughn's characters, his dad's family, his mom's family, and then Kate, Reese Witherspoon's characters, at least her mom's side of the family. They're not like, the hijinks and the stress and all that other stuff just isn't all that funny. And look, I'm not expecting this movie to be very much like a perfect rose-colored glasses type of film where everything's perfect, everything's peachy keen, and I don't have a problem with mean-spirited humor. I mean, there are some movies I probably have watched that have mean-spirited humor. There's probably movies that I've reviewed that have some mean-spiritedness to them. I mean, Elf has a few mean-spirited moments, and those are funny, but something about the mean-spiritedness in this film doesn't feel as funny, and just kind of feels a little uncomfortable. Some of it's kind of cringe. It's just kind of a little weird, and I get it. This is the point of this, is that you have to deal with the hardships and the stress and everything, and that this is something that people go through the holidays, dealing with family stress and family just craziness, and that you have to go through the hardships to get to the heartfelt moments. But I just didn't like it, and it's unfortunate because you have actors like Robert Duvall, Kristen Chenoweth, and Jon Favreau, and I'm gonna be honest, people, I am not a fan of this Jon Favreau caricature, whatever, early 2000s era that he kept going for, because it seemed very interesting that Jon Favreau was going for a lot of those like testosterone, masculine, macho guys, and this one is not my favorite. Like you can say Happy's kind of like that, but the thing is with Happy Hogan is that he at least is a little bit sensitive. He's not just all tough guy. He's at least got like he's got a heart to him. And you got maybe someone like Pete from Friends, but he's just kind of like, he seems like an average guy. He just also had been a eccentric billionaire who kind of went in over his head, but that was kind of the funny part of it. There's nothing really funny with his character here. I'm not crazy about this Jon Favreau early 2000s thing. I like Swingers Jon Favreau. I like Mandalorian director Jon Favreau, not this 2000s Jon Favreau. I don't know, nothing personal towards him, but that's just all I'm saying. I also want to shout out to Kate's parents, both the mother. I'm not saying that she was really anything good or bad, but I want to shout out to her because for whatever reason, I swear, I don't know why, she's in this movie, she's in Elf, and she's in Step Brothers. And for whatever reason, this whole time, I don't know how, but I thought she was Kathleen Keener. I don't know why. Maybe she looks a little bit similar or almost identical to Kathleen Keener, but I don't know why this whole time I thought she was her, but she's someone totally different, and I just thought that was kind of funny. And that was a big deal. I just thought that was kind of a little funny. And also the dad. I forget the dad's name, but you recognize the dad because he obviously plays dads in a lot of movies, and for the most part. But I like him really a lot in this film because he's not only is he good in his role, but also he does give a really heartfelt moment to Reese Witherspoon about, yeah, sometimes, like, you know, things aren't perfect in families, but you love them no matter what. And I think that was really heartfelt. I thought that was really sentimental, and I kind of wish that's how more of the movie was a little more sentimental and a little more kind of like had these more slow, not slow, but like these moments to like take a second to sit, pause, and like let the emotions kind of happen, sort of thing. And I like that part. Like when you get to that part, that actually becomes good again. And maybe that's kind of the irony. You deal with all the shit, like the shit scenes, and then you kind of get the good parts of it. I don't know, but I'm still not a fan of everything else before. Like, I'm not a fan of everything that is after we are introduced to our main characters, but before this part right here. But I am at least going to say I'm going to give Four Christmases. I'm going to at least give it a C plus. I'll be a little nice a little bit this year and say a C plus because of that last act and that last sort of like, I guess that last arc or that last portion of the film. So Four Christmases, have you guys seen it? What did you think of it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, if you liked the video, please smash the like button. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I do awesome videos every day, if not every week. Make sure you ring that bell to new videos every day of the week. Share the video with any friends, all that good stuff. For more, leave some suggestions in the comment section. You name it, I'll look to do as best as possible. If you got any more holiday special ideas you want me to talk about, or anything movie related, TV show related, top 10 related, let me know in the comment section. For the remaining of December, there'll be more reviews, and there'll be some Christmas related, holiday related streams, all that good stuff and more. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.